15. We will be covering what they do, what happens when we don't get enough, how much we need, and where to get them from food. So let's begin. Now we will discuss about the functions of sodium. So what does sodium actually do in our body? Well, firstly, every time we feel something or move a muscle, sodium is involved. It carries nerve signals through the sodium ion or potassium ion pump. Secondly, it keeps our body volume and blood volume and body fluids balanced and maintain our osmotic pressure. Thirdly, it helps our gut absorb nutrients like sugar and amino acids. And fourthly, it maintains the electrical charge across cell membranes that keeps our heart and muscles working. So sodium is really working behind the scenes in almost everything our body does. Now we will talk about the deficiency symptoms of sodium. What happens when we don't get enough sodium? When levels drop below 135 milliequivalent per liter, it's called hyponatremia. Firstly, early signs include nausea and headache. Secondly, as it worsens, muscles cramp and weaken. Thirdly, brain swelling causes confusion and tiredness. And in the most severe cases, fourthly, it can lead to seizures or coma. So while we hear a lot about too, too much too much sodium being harmful, too little is just as dangerous. Now the daily requirement and food sources of sodium. Let's look at how much sodium we actually need. Adults should aim for 1500 mg per day with 2300 milligram as the upper limit. Children need around 1000 milligram and athletes may need more due to sweat losses, which is up to 3000 milligram. Consuming more than 5 grams of salt raises the risk of high blood pressure and heart diseases. Key sources include table salt, bread, cheese, seafood, and processed foods like chips. Most of us are already getting more than enough. Now, moving on to phosphorus, let's start with its most important role. Firstly, phosphorus powers ATP, the energy molecule behind everything our body does. Secondly, it combines with calcium to form hydroxyapatite, giving bones and teeth their hardness and strength. Thirdly, it forms the backbone of DNA and RNA, making it part of our genetic code. And fourthly, it acts as an on or off switch for enzymes that regulate reactions throughout the body. That means phosphorus controls the enzyme activity. And uh, now we will talk about the deficiency symptoms of phosphorus. What goes wrong when phosphorus is too low? When levels fall below 2.5 milligram per deciliter, it's called hypophosphatemia. Firstly, in children, this causes rickets, which means soft, bowed bones, while in adults, it leads to osteomalacia, where bones weaken overall. Secondly, low phosphorus means less ATP, causing muscle weakness and pain. And thirdly, people may lose their appetite and lose weight. And fourthly, in serious cases, confusion and seizures can occur, showing just how much the body depends on this mineral. Now, I will talk about the daily requirement and food sources of phosphorus. Infants need about 100 milligram daily. Children need 400, 460 and 460 to 500 milligram, and adults need 700 milligram per day. Pregnant or breastfeeding women may need up to 1200 250 milligram. The upper limit is 4000 milligram. Beyond that, soft tissue calcification can occur. Uh, Good sources include milk, chicken, fish, lentils, cheese, and whole grains. A balanced diet is usually more than enough. And that brings us to the end of our presentation. Sodium keeps our nerves firing, fluids balanced, and muscles moving. Phosphorus powers our cells, builds our bone, and is part of our DNA. Too little or either causes Too little of either causes serious health problems, but a balanced diet is usually enough to get both at healthy levels. So thank you for listening me, and we are open for any questions. Thank you, sir.